Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 221. I do hope you guys are doing better than yesterday because the time is currently 6:06. Now, last night I slept a little bit later, so I am a bit cloudy at the moment, but that is fine because I gotta get up, shower, and get ready for the day. So today being Friday, I have to go see my pro officer. So that means I gotta go catch the train and shit, but that's okay because once a week doesn't really hurt. That being said, I'm gonna get ready now, shower, and just get myself cleaned up because there are some things I want to do today, especially just getting some work done. But most importantly, I guess today will be a good day either way. But that being said, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit.
Hey guys, it is around that time, 6:54. Now, today I have legs, which isn't exciting because my foot is still not healed. But I guess the good thing is today is looking a bit cloudy, so it may not be too hot, which is going to be great because catching the train for not a few hours, but for an hour definitely won't be ideal if it's outside. It's like freaking blazing, right? But today I do hope it is also my last day I have to wear those stupid glasses right right there because guys they just make my life much harder than it is, right? Because I have trouble breathing through my nose. I'm not sure the exact medical term, but like one nose gets blocked and then the other doesn't, and then sometimes it switches around. But that glasses, right, just sits on my nose, so pretty much blocks my nose and they're heavy as heck, which drags my whole face down. So if I do want to be happy, if I do want to be smiling, it makes me frown. So it definitely isn't the best, and it definitely doesn't improve my productivity by any. So by all means, if you guys can, and if you guys really think that glasses look horrible on you, then the fact is they probably do, because rarely do people ever look good with glasses on, right? If you're trying to style with glasses, then you have to wear glasses that actually have style, not some contact glasses, right? So if you guys do want to get rid of glasses, I strongly recommend just get contacts, right? Not only do you don't feel anything on your face, you don't have to worry about anything on your face, and most importantly, you will look so much more better without glasses. So if you're trying to attract someone, go with contacts, guys. And it doesn't, and yes, that there may be some short term or some harm to your eyes, but who gives a shit, guys? You're not going to be wearing contacts for your entire life. The main priority is to wear what's best now, right? So you can increase your productivity, so you can make some money and perhaps get that surgery at the end of the day. But glasses definitely has to go today. So I do hope, fingers crossed, that contacts are doing, because honestly I cannot endure one more day. Well, I can endure more day with wearing glasses, but I just choose not to. So that being said, I'm gonna go to the gym now, and before I leave to the train, I'll come back because I definitely need to get some protein in. That being said, I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. So, guys, it is that time of the day, and it is currently 9:38. Just finished back from training legs, and I could say that session was absolutely amazing, despite me thinking it was going to be absolutely shit this morning as I wake up. And the good news, I got my contacts, baby, so no more shit glasses, and boy, do I feel alive today, because, guys, it's just good to see, guys. It's just so good to see. And that being said, I'm also going to have my meal, which is going to be chicken and bananas. I know this looks absolutely feral, and perhaps it will be, but I thought to myself, look, why not just mix the two together and see how it tastes? Maybe I'm onto something. A little bit of salt on there, and it should be good. But that being said, I will be going to my professor now. But before I leave, I just want to talk about why we should not worry about the things that we are worried about. Because today, as I was training legs, right, I had this foot injury, and I was trying to do Bulgarian split squats, and I was trying to do single leg deadlifts, and then all I was worrying about was my pain in my foot. Am I going to injure my foot more? Am I going to do this and that? Am I going to make it worse? And all that worry led to wasn't me actually protecting my foot itself, but it was actually making it worse. You see, at the end of the day, I was still going to do the exercise no matter what. But when we are overcautious about something, when we overthink about something, we end up performing worse than we actually intended to. You see, we are trying to shield ourselves from getting hurt. We are trying to shield ourselves from perhaps rejection, perhaps a failure. But that overthinking will make us end up making decisions that is on the safe side, but also decisions that end up hurting us because we are paying so much attention to it. So instead of me just saying screw it and let me just do my Bulgarian split squats and fuck it, if I break my foot, I break my foot. Instead of just going into that like with that mindset, but if I was thinking about it, oh, maybe I should place my foot this way, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't put too much weight on this side. By doing that, I end up just hurting my foot in the end. So, and that's what happened, guys. Today I was doing Bulgarian split squats. I was worried about my foot. I didn't want to put full pressure onto it. And what ended up happening is I ended up putting pressure onto the wrong side of the foot. But after I went back to the exercise with the mentality that, you know what, I'm going to do it and I'm just not going to worry about my foot. And what ended up happening is my foot landed on the floor exactly how I wanted to because I wasn't overcautious about it. And I think a lot of us make mistakes not because we are incompetent or because we lack the necessary experience, but because we are just too scared of what may actually happen. And that that fear is created through an excess amount of worry, an excess amount of overthinking. So the next time you're worried about something, the next time you're worried about, oh, if I don't get this promotion, if this girl rejects me, or if I fail on my project, if I fail on anything, just know that sometimes that thinking is actually complicating the situation at hand. Sometimes the matter at hand is actually so much easier than you had imagined. So sometimes all you just need to do is act and say screw it. If I fail, I fail. If I get rejected, I get rejected. If I break my foot, I break my foot. But the thing is, and what I had learned is, if you overthink about something in the wrong way, and most likely if you overthink, it is going to be in the wrong way, then you're going to make the task more difficult than it is. You're going to make life more complicated than it is. Because a worry at the end of the day is something you shouldn't worry about. But if you worry too much about it, then you're going to pay a price that you were not intended to, because the main soul of overthinking is you want to avoid the consequence. But the funny thing is that the overthinking actually makes the consequence more likely to happen. That being said, I'm going to have this delicious meal and I'll catch up with you guys when I come back. So, see you guys then. So, guys, just got back from my train ride. Now it is around 12:43. Now, this is the moment where a lot of us kind of just give up on life, right? They're like, you know what, the day is kind of over. Let's just relax because just a few more hours and then we call dinner and then that's bedtime, right? But that's not the case here, guys. Just because half of our day has been gone doesn't mean we have no responsibilities left, right? So pick your ass up and get to work because there's work to be done. And you sitting around thinking that the day is over, well, that's what you think it is. The day is still young and we can achieve so much in such a short period of time. So don't just give up because some inconvenience has bothered you. That being said, I'm going to have meal 3 a little bit earlier today because I figured, look, I'm going to have this meal anyways in an hour. So why not have it now so I can get into some deep work and hopefully finish a lot before meal 4. So that is a plan for today. And I'm absolutely drenched in sweat, so I also will just shower up and just kind of clean myself up to get into that work mode because you cannot work in sweaty pajamas and stuff. I'm not saying this is pajamas, but you guys get the point. That being said, I'll see you guys in a bit. So, guys, it is that time of the day, and we are finishing today at 7:38. A little bit later than usual because I kind of lost myself as I was reading the book. So that means I won't have as much time left tonight to do the researching I was intended to do about the sleep and supplement type stuff. But I do think I'll still give some time towards it because I did say I want to do it. And today I just got to do it, guys. Because when you say something, you just got to do it. When you make that commitment, you just have to do it. And yes, life does get in the way,
But in my opinion, in my ratio, is like if you say it once and you don't do it and you put it ahead to the next day, and if you don't do it then you're going to it's going to be dragged on for too long that you're not going to be bothered to do it anyways. So never miss your commitment for too long. If you made a promise to yourself, just try follow through with it. Okay. If it's not a big issue if you miss a day, like, oh, you know what, today I just don't feel like it. But it's after that it becomes a consistent habit, it becomes a routine that you just don't live up to your own word, then that becomes a problem. Because then you won't trust yourself, you won't believe in yourself. And when tough time comes, when doubt and uncertainty comes, you don't believe your mind. And when you don't believe your mind, then your life goes into shit. So always start with within, guys. Always start with within and have control over your mind. That means loving yourself. Because sometimes, guys, the world won't believe you, and the worst case scenario is you'll only have yourself. And you will only have yourself for a long time. So you better, and I mean you better, make yourself a good friend. So that being said, tonight I'm going to have salmon and pasta. So I didn't have any carbs today, so I have a lot of pasta tonight. Now, without having any carbs, I did feel a little bit hungry, but I guess my productivity went up skyrocket, right? I had no carb, I had no brain fog, so there was no moments in my day where I kind of dipped down in energy. So that's good, but I guess the main question is this going to be optimal for me building muscle too? Because I know carbs does play a role in protein synthesis, though I am not sure with the scientific literature and all that BS, the boring stuff. I do think I'll check into it because if it does some way sacrifices my potential to build muscle and recover, then I might not have the luxury to skip out on carbs during the day because I do have other goals than to make money online, guys. I do have other goals than to retire my parents. And quite frankly, being on a bodybuilding show is one of my goals to take off next year. Now, the main reason I have that goal set in place is not mainly because I want to win first place, but it's something I just want to do. Something I want to show my family, my mom, that hey, it's actually possible to lose weight. It's actually possible to look good if you actually have control of your mind. Right? It is always about having control over your mind. If you can't have control, then you have lost it all, guys. That being said, I hope you guys had learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.